Okay, we're live. We are live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Kick. Let me just load up my stream. Make sure everything's checking out. Okay. But am I on block 2? Actually, I want to go on block 1. I think we're just going to do the usual and do a complete run of episode 1. Difficulty very hard. And Spidey, if you're still around, I know you were lurking, but if you want to join in, let me know. I know you just finished your stream. Glaren as during the stream, or during the grind, I guess would be a better way to put it. Money! Hey. Son of a bitch. Do-do-do-do. I love hearing the Build-A-Bear every time that guy attacks. Hello! I'm guessing you can hear me, since you've been attacking every time. Oh, I have to get some animal parts weapons. I haven't done the quests to forge them yet. Oh. Gonna be some rappies or something. Hey. Oh. Oh, nice. I love the rare music jingle. Or rare item jingle, rather. Rare music jingle, Jesus. Sorry, my brain is not working at full speed today. Hello, dipshitiot. I like your name. My original Twitch username, this is going back a long time ago, was Braindead Shart. Then sometimes people would comment on my stream or YouTube videos like, I see how you got that name, blah blah blah. And usually everything they said, like, to try to be a know-it-all in whatever game I was playing, was just the kind of thing like, I already know what you're saying, like, you're not teaching me anything, for one. You just don't understand how I'm playing. Like, my best example is I was playing Anno, which is a resource management game, and I mentioned... I mean, this is going back a long time, almost 10 years. I mentioned that I needed more of some material, and then somebody in the comments is like, I see how you got your name. Those materials require blah 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 materials. I'm like, I know, that's why I said I need more of them. This doesn't mean what you think it means. got here? BB Saber. Oh yeah. We love killing the baby dragon. Yeah. GGZ, more like it. Ooh, monies. No kids equals 3 monies. Oh yeah, did I get any? Nope. These mutants! No. Oh, nice. Photon arrow. Telepipe. Jeez, Echo. What a bully. Echo's bullying Butter. What's that? Yeah. She's like, get out of that spot. That's my spot. I want that spot. Echo's such a bully. Sometimes I hate the aiming in this game. I mean, honestly, most of the time I hate the aiming in this game. Bum. Oh, nice. Daniil, hello! I got a fully level 13 disc. How's you? I'm pretty good. How's you? How's yourself? I mean, I am a little, I would say I'm in my usual brain fog state right now. Perma-frazzled. But hopefully I get out of it at some point today. Maybe if I start doing shots of whiskey, I'll loosen up. Ugh, I hate it. It's like I feel like I'm that way the majority of the time, to be honest. But I've been taking some herbal supplements that have been helping with it. But I think I lapsed a little bit taking them yesterday and this morning, so... I mean, they might even just be placebos, but I find they have help. Poison lily. Oh, Walter White, we got Lily of the Valley in here. But I started out my stream doing co-working, which, eating sloppy joes, oh nice. I started out doing co-working, which has kind of been helping me a little bit with stuff, but I don't know, ever since the Twitch viewer apocalypse, now I'm kind of debating stopping doing co-working, but I probably shouldn't, because it does help me complete other projects. You know. Really, all of my streams have been affected by the Twitch viewer apocalypse. I guess I could probably rationalize sticking to co-working. I think a majority of them haven't, yeah. Yeah, what's sad is, like, I see posts by people like, once Twitch figures out their viewer glitch, or their bot glitch, or whatever the heck they call it, they're not gonna figure it out. They want it this way. They don't want to be ineffective with their ads, is what it comes down to. They don't want to be showing ads to people who are locating. Because when that happens, advertisers are like, how come our click-through rate is lower on Twitch than it is on every other platform? And then they stop advertising on Twitch. Ergo, I don't think it was accidental. There's a reason why they made it easier to get affiliate. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to compromise without wanting to change it. But I guess knowing that, I should just double down on my affiliate, since it helps me put out YouTube videos in a timely manner. Man, I haven't had Slappy Joes. I haven't had Sloppy Joes in a long ass time. Or I guess what I should do is look for people who want to co-stream co-working. That would probably help out with the inactive chat. I guess I should ask Spidey if he wants to do it more often. Oh, shit. Yay! I'm also, I actually wrote a post about, my thoughts on the Twitch viewer apocalypse on Substack, but that's the only post I've made on Substack. Money loss, so when it's easier to have someone potentially do affiliate than they get money instead of someone that is running 1080p and has one viewer where it costs Twitch money. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't blame... Like, first of all, as a company, I don't really like Twitch, but I don't blame them for trying to make their service profitable. Like, there's other things that are a lot worse about Twitch, in my opinion, but... It does take a lot of money to even have this platform up with millions of people on it daily. Yep, exactly. So I think if they're finding ways to make the service profitable, that's a good thing. But I just wish they would be upfront about stuff also. But I guess I kind of get why they aren't. Also. They're trying to, so to speak, create an image, a brand image. Like, this is the place to go for community. It's like, okay, well, for a huge segment of Twitch viewership, there is no community, so. And how is the community any different than community on any other platform? Like, you could argue it's better on other platforms. It's like, okay, Twitch community, quote unquote. Well, everybody has to stay in contact via Discord, so. Like, why don't they... I mean, this is something that's kind of dumb to me, is they have so many opportunities to keep people from clicking off of their website, but they never seem to take them. Like, people have to click off of your website to join somebody's Discord channel. Why not just create a Discord analog to keep people on Twitch? And you could even charge for it using Twitch subs the same way. You currently, I mean, plenty of people pay for Discord, so. Like, they already use IRC for chat rooms on individual channels, so like, why not just take it a step further and make a homegrown IRC client a la Discord? I don't get too much into the politics of Twitch, as I just enjoy chatting and hang out with, like, Reddit individuals that play video games. I enjoy. Yeah, for sure. Like, I wouldn't say this is really the politics. Like, to me, the politics is more like the drama, like what's going on at TwitchCon kind of stuff. Which I also have opinions on, but I feel like this is more just like, these are features that I think people would want, and it's like, why doesn't, like, if Twitch is having retention problems, why don't they add more features, basically? But they can't seem to get out of, like, I think they have tunnel vision for, like, everything has to be streaming, you know? Which I guess I also don't know what constrictions Amazon puts on them, but you know, it's just a little weird to me. Like, they're already using IRC to power the chat rooms, so they're like halfway to having a Discord analog, like, grown in. Maybe that'll be my next Substack article. My next Substack post that nobody's gonna read. Maybe someday. But yeah, I guess it's mostly the same for me, like Twitch is primarily a place, at least you are getting it out with what you were trying to say. To me, that's the first step. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. If you... Oh. There's the telepipe. Like, if you're not putting anything out there, then of course nobody's gonna see it. I may as well. If he's gonna pipe, I'm gonna pipe. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Like, I guess I'm kind of an opinionated person to a certain extent. But like, not in like a debatey way, more in like, let's figure this out kind of way. It used to be in a debatey way, but kind of that went away as I grew up. You know, I like to think about things like that too, so... There's a service I really like, a streaming service I really like that has like barely any users, unfortunately. It's called Moonbeam, but I'm hoping they do grow over time because I really like what they're doing. But they're kind of, I feel like they kind of get the like the idea of keeping the community on Moonbeam. In the sense that, like, there's walls you can post on people's streams, and the comments don't go away, like they're there forever, basically, or until somebody deletes them. And similarly, you can make a community like the way you make a Twitch team, except anybody can make them, but you can actually stream to the community where people can also post to the community wall. It's just like, this is so obvious. But like, I never thought about that feature till I started using Moonbeam, but it's just like, oh yeah, duh, like, that's so clever. Like, why don't they do that with Twitch teams? I guess, I think Twitch teams are pretty fun, but also they don't have a ton of utility if they're not creating stuff, creating a Discord, rather. It's just like, it kind of sucks that you have to organize all of this stuff outside of Twitch. And I have to wonder if anybody at Twitch ever even thought of this. You know, again, and maybe it's not a Twitch problem. It could be Amazon is like, nope, we don't want to do that. But, you know, I think at the very least it could be a way to sell more subs. Yeah, I definitely need to write an article. It could very well be an Amazon thing. Yeah, I could totally see that. You know, I also don't want to, like, make any assumptions, just, I'm considering that as a possibility. This, man, I was saying for years before they got, before they added shorts, shorts reels, like, I don't know why they weren't getting on that train, like, as soon as TikTok came out, basically. It just kind of seems like a lost opportunity. Or, like, if they really want to compete with YouTube, which I think they do, because they want a bigger share of viewers, right? Like, figure out how to make pre-recorded videos work better on the platform. But, you know, I don't know the answer to that either, because I think gaming content has changed quite a bit, and oh, I guess probably in the past decade. It's been kind of, I mean, it's, I think because it's oversaturated is part of the reason. YouTube and Twitch are two different ways. Yeah, but they are competing in a similar space. They're competing for people's attention. But they're different products, but ultimately they make money by getting people's attention or keeping people's attention. Like, same way with any social media company. Like Spotify as well. And you know, Spotify is starting to add video even. Mechanically the different, yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. They're starting from a different place, but I think most platforms that depend on people's attention are kind of converging towards the same thing. Just like, we're gonna be the everything app where you're gonna be connected to the app all the time. Because it's your preferred app. But they're all starting from different places. And some are probably doing it more logically than others. But I'm not sure if Twitch is really trying to be that, though. Which I think might be a bit problematic for their bottom line. Like, as a tech company, I think they're gonna have a lot of trouble ever making Twitch profitable. Maybe they are trying to focus on one set thing. Yeah, I think my suspicion is that's right. Like, they want to make this side of the business, which is the whole side of the business, I should add. They want to make that profitable. But I'm not sure if they can, really. Like, not without waiting for technology to improve. then I don't know. I think the problem with that too is even if the technology improves and the current expenses become cheaper, you don't know that expenses in other areas that you once had a handle on won't now become more expensive or costly, I guess would be a better word. I'm thinking, like, I know they're doing some back-end updates that are going to lower the cost of actually streaming. If they haven't already. But I want to add that I like talking about this kind of stuff too, because I think if you don't take what they're doing for granted, and you kind of look at things from a different perspective, or allow yourself to look at things from a different perspective, you can kind of figure out what's going on in a different way. That may ease the burden with extra costs, obviously. Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I think whenever you're depending on future technology that you don't currently have, like, I always think that's very risky. Just because you don't know, like, how things are going to change, that might increase the cost in another way. But, you know, I'm sure they have people who know more about it than me, who have very high salaries. At least I hope. Oh no! I think it's important to know the mechanical and statistical outlook on it and how one reacts to it doesn't have to be a bad thing, as you said, perspective. Yeah, I don't think anything's necessarily good or bad. But I know some people do, so you have, like, a lot of the time you have to be careful when you're having any kind of discussion about anything. Who you were talking to, yes. Like, I know I've had discussions on other people's streams, actually, about... I'm thinking of this one conversation I had about cryptocurrency, and it's just like, the person I'm talking to is so confidently wrong about how it works. And, like, it gets to a point where if I explain this to you, then I'm, like, starting a fight, more or less. Like, it's not even a conversation. What value does this conversation have? Which is too bad. going to react before they think and do research. Yeah. And they were trying to tell me something that I knew was incorrect. Some people, I should say, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I know what you meant. I was basically, the conversation, I was explaining how, these Bitcoin miners invented this technology that can break down a tire into several different components, which basically yield less greenhouse gases than if you just burn the tires, which seems to be what they do with tires. Generally. And the reason they were doing it is because they could build a reactor that uses tires and breaks it down into like 50 different chemicals to power it, and then they use that to power Bitcoin. But that, to me, that's like a net positive technology in that it just gets rid of a lot of greenhouse gas potential. You know, that's not the only thing. They were also burning off methane gas to power reactors that fuel Bitcoin mining as well. And those reactors also methane is a really bad greenhouse gas. It's like, I don't know, something like, I don't know the exact number, but it's something like 30 times more of a pollutant than carbon dioxide. And these Bitcoin miners found a way that they could put it to use, more or less. Which, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. And I said, you know, this was, even though people knew how to do this, they never did it until cryptocurrency gave them a reason to. So, like, you don't have to like crypto. Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna tell people stuff like that. But it's like, just be aware of what you're arguing against, really. But I was kind of explaining to this person, like, yeah, like, it's cool that these technologies were developed so that people could mine Bitcoin for cheaper, but then the outcome is you have this way to scrub pollutants that are a serious problem for us. And they're just like, well, you don't know that that wouldn't have been invented later on down the road. Like, okay, well, it wasn't, though. Like, you're just... If you're depending on things that haven't been invented yet, and there's no impetus to invent them, or they don't know how to invent them, maybe they aren't even possible. Then I think you're gonna have a lot of problems. Ugh. That being said, I'm pretty sure... Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say I'm sure that Twitch knows what they're doing. That's what I was gonna say. I think they know what they're doing in a certain sense. But also they're just struggling to make it profitable. Which, I guess that does worry me to a degree, because, like, how do you know Twitch is going to be around forever? And that's also... one thing I'm certain of is they won't be around forever, but I guess it's just a matter of whether they're around for the rest of my lifetime or not. Because nothing lasts forever. Even the Hudson Bay Company no longer exists. It probably won't be. Oh, it absolutely won't. I predict every company we know is eventually going to disappear. Like Apple, Google, these companies aren't going to last forever. Also, every country is going to eventually disappear. I guess it's just a matter of, is it going to disappear in our lifetime, or like will it be 100 years, or will it be 500 years, 1,000 years, something like that. Like, I'm not going to make any prediction on, but that's what I mean when earlier I said, like, people take things for granted, is it's just like, oh, it's too, they feel like it's too big to fail, but really, I don't think anything's too big to fail. And if anything is too big to fail, we'll never know. Because you still don't know if it's going to fail in the future. I mean, I guess if Dune is real, then the Catholic Church is going to survive till like 20,000 years into the future. But even that, like, is 20,000 years into the future too big to fail? I don't know if that's how far in the future Dune is, by the way. Sometimes I talk about big topics and it makes me seem smarter than I am. But at the end of the day, I'm still in a brain fog. Oh no! Ooh, mono grinder. Check what time it is. 9:30? Holy crap. It's like I don't even realize how late I started. Well, I think there's a good chance Butter and I could play something today on stream too. I personally enjoy watching Twitch because of the friends I have made and the communities I've met, but I see it as, with the potential good, there's going to be the potential bad in a nutshell. In a human perspective, there was always bad. Yeah, I feel like I can relate quite a bit. Like for me, oh, an ad. There was also an ad. I gotcha. What was I saying? It wasn't really important. I was just rambling. I think for me, like, it's kind of mostly the same. Like, there is an element of, like, wanting this thing to succeed, like, monetarily, but, you know, that's also not the point, either. It's just, like, a bonus. Like, I guess for me, I find it's hard to meet people and make friends who I could relate to outside of the internet. Especially as I get older. And like with Twitch in particular, I've been able to make lots of different friends with similar interests. I'm gonna go back to that. I think that is gonna lock me out of whatever I'm doing over here. Or not lock me out, that's the wrong word. Followed being humbled, but you seem to be a humble dude. Yeah, I think you have to be. To a certain extent. Like, even, I feel like even important people are less important than they think. Like, I kind of have a philosophy, I guess, like, Probably sounds negative to most people, but I see it as a good thing, actually. Like, we're all equally unimportant. Some people just don't realize it. I think if you do realize it, kind of, at least for me, it gives me a sense of, like, we're all in it together, regardless of our differences. And when this is getting a lot bigger than Twitch. This is like my life philosophy, I guess. I guess you could say. Ever since I played Shin Megami Tensei 3, I realized I was a nihilist. But I think there's also a certain school of nihilism where we think, like, accepting that you're not that important is very freeing. Like, everybody's important to themselves. In a way. You take in the entire world from your own perspective. We're all kind of trapped in our heads. Ugh, I hate when they do that. Whew. Yeesh. Oh, come on. Yeah, what you were saying, I have a degree in sociology, so to a certain degree and situation I can understand at least, or at least listen to what it is being said. Referencing with what you said with your life philosophy. Yeah. Man, sociology is so interesting. I mean, I find most things interesting, but I do think social sciences are pretty interesting in general. Yeah, what was I saying? I was bringing up social psychology the other day for some reason. I can't remember what it was about. Something to do with language. Oh yeah, you can't separate culture from language. That's a phrase I often reiterate. I'm a bit of a language junkie, even though I only speak English. I find languages so interesting. He's gonna freeze them. But I started my studies in psychology, but I switched to English Lit. Ultimately, English was the subject I was best at, so... And fuck off. Oh my god, these guys are so annoying. The aiming is so slow in this game. Sure, I was going somewhere with that, but probably doesn't matter. Actually, I really gotta get back to the Shin Megami Tensei games. I abandoned them along, like, multiple years ago. But I was going through 3 and 5, and I never completed them on stream, so... I remember when I never used to abandon games before finishing them. I can tell you put a lot of genuine effort, thought and effort to your discussions these days. Thank you, I try to. I definitely do. Oh my god. That would rather... think than heal. Yeah, in a given situation. Oh, what does this make me think of? Descartes. Rene Descartes. And his alternative to I think therefore I am. Like, oh, it's possible that I don't exist. even though I can think, because a demon is deceiving me into thinking I exist. Oh, come on! Failed at this twice. Wait for the paralysis to wear off. Oh, nice. Let's just check out the other room over here before I go down. I kind of want to make a Final Fantasy video. I think we were born to fail anyway, if you said we failed something. Yeah. I mean, failures are where all the excitement comes. Because when you get things wrong, that's when you have the chance to improve. Very scientific, scientific method, thought process there. Oh my god, come on. Sorry, I was gonna say, I think I'd like to put out a video of, like, the early Japanese game developers who... Like, I've read these interviews so many times where, you know, people in the 80s thought they were just making these stupid games that didn't really amount to anything. It was like, this was not... They didn't think what they were doing was important. Then, you know, as people grew up, they got so much fan mail and messages of people saying, like, this game saved my life, and stuff like that. I was just thinking, like, I think I would like to make a video on that topic. I just have to work out the thesis behind it. It's that video on its own. It needs a little bit more. Huh. I never noticed that thing blinks green when it's giving its minions commands. There's a gray area with perception and perspective if you believe in individuality. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I do. Like, I do in a sense, but I do also think it's... This is more philosophical, but I feel like it's illusory, so to speak. Like, I've kind of come to the conclusion that we don't have free will, at least not in the way that we think we do. Question individuality as well with the amount of people there. Yeah. I kind of get the sense that We're not actually in control of anything. We're just reacting and rationalizing that we're in control after the fact. I didn't mean for this conversation to get deep, by the way. Oh, I love it. You're in good company. I think a lot of what the consciousness is our rationalization system for everything that we do. But also it's just a way that our consciousness is also a way that we can figure things out that are difficult to figure out. Well, in general, I think that's what consciousness is for all animals. I'm not talking in like the self-awareness, like even most basic level of consciousness. Like for animals that have no concept of who they are, I think they still have consciousness to a degree, just no self-awareness. I feel like the point of the consciousness is for problem solving, at least from the perspective of the organism. But then humans have kind of over-rationalized our existence, in my opinion. I agree, yeah. Because I feel like all the unimportant things, or at least things that seem unimportant, are hardwired into us. Like breathing. I mean, breathing's important, but like you don't have to think about it, which is what I guess what I mean when I say it's unimportant. It's like something that just happens because you have to breathe. But at the same time, you can control your breathing, which I think, to take it back to the problem-solving point I had made earlier. Of course you have control of your breathing. What if you have to hold your breath, right? It's not like your heartbeat, you know, where there's no circumstance where it would be beneficial for you to have control over your heartbeat. Like, your body's just gonna do a better job every single time. But, well, I guess that's debatable, too. Damn, I didn't get XP for any of those. I kind of understood the analogy, yeah. I guess it helps when I talk it out. Instead of just saying it and leaving it at that. I can do the same as well, yeah. Oh, come on. This is not going. Yeah, I guess, like, there's kind of mundane analogy for how you don't have control over your thoughts, at the very least. It's like, okay, if somebody asks you what your favorite movie is, like, most people would know the answer to that. Or if they don't, they have, like, a couple of movies that go to the top of the list, right? But how honest of an answer can you give? Because you can't remember every single movie that you've ever seen, right? But also, the movies on the list, like, pop into your head without you deciding that they pop into your head. They just appear out of the ether of your subconscious. And it's, if you think about it, like, every thought you have is kind of like that. Like, yeah, I guess if you're sort of reasoning things out, you're going through a process, but you don't actually have control over that. Like, when you forget a word, for example, like, you just sit there waiting to remember the word. And, you know, maybe you'll go through things trying to jog your memory, but you don't choose to remember it. It just pops up in your head. It's outside of your control. So I think, given that, like, I guess I feel like if you can't control your thoughts, then can you really control anything? And that's where I kind of come to the conclusion that you don't actually have free will. It's like there's a base system in your subconscious that decides when you think certain things. And I guess kind of like the foundation, in a sense, is what you were saying, right? I don't know if I've seen the foundation. Let me just look this up real quick. Maybe I have seen it. You know, I think I've seen another adaptation of it, but not the one that's on Apple TV. And I haven't read the books. Actually, I haven't read any Isaac Asimov. I gotta, I'm gonna write that down on my notepad. I can watch the show and also listen to the audiobooks. I feel like your subconscious controls everything, and maybe for things that are too complicated to, you know, figure out without thinking about them, I guess. Because I don't think that your subconscious really thinks in the way that most people in the way that most people would define the word thought. I feel like it's more reactionary. It's reacting to stimulus. So my theory is that, and I didn't invent, like I got it from somebody else. Somebody who's written a book about it. And I'm sure they got it from somebody else as well. But the idea is your subconscious decides what goes into your consciousness based on needs, I guess. Environmental needs. Come on, blow up already. Damn. I was trying to cheese it. So I think like when you're trying to answer a question like, what's your favorite movie? Your subconscious doesn't know the answer to that question. So it decides, okay, we're going to elevate the importance of these memories. Like your list of movies. And I do think there is a reason why things like that would be deemed important enough to spend resources on. And I think a lot of it comes down to we're very social creatures, and socializing increases our success as creatures. And for that reason, I think these seemingly pointless things are determined to be important enough to think about. Although I'm making it sound like a computer calculation, but I guess it is in a way. Or at least my understanding of it is that it is in a way. This is also not the best that I've explained it. I've definitely explained it in better ways. Just listening. Okay. I've definitely been more eloquent in explaining my thoughts. But I am in a current frazzled brain fog, so that definitely has something to do with a lack of eloquence. And I'm not that eloquent to begin with. I'm aware I say and like a lot. You're alright, yeah. I would like to say less. mean, it would definitely help me with my video editing. When I'm doing voiceovers for my YouTube videos, I record them separately. And part of the reason I do that is because I say too much. And I don't want that in my YouTube videos. Whew. Custom Ray version 0. Holy. Oh my god, I still have so much map left. I'm surprised nobody's joined me since that last person left. Come on. I also like a lot. Say like a lot, it's a filler word where potential uncomfortability and or mind gathering forms. Yeah. Yeah, similar to I think it's just like the word of actually I don't know, I was gonna say millennials, but I think it actually might have started with Gen X. Or maybe even earlier, I don't know. Maybe it started with Gen X. I guess it's possible. Actually, I bet it did. Just thinking like, they were kids in the 60s, 70s. Seems like I can imagine people from that era saying like a lot. Anyway, I guess it's not very generational. Oh, come on. How long have I been doing the PSO? You know what? I think I just realized my chat is, yeah, it's a little restrictive right now on YouTube. I had subscriber only chat mode turned on YouTube. I am multi-streaming, by the way, but I had that turned on because I was when I was playing Clair Obscure, I got a YouTube troll within the first 10 minutes of streaming. Actually, it was less. It was more like first 10 seconds. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put some restrictions on the chat. Yay. Let's grab this first. Ooh. Let's go back to town. Oof, Donnie. Pause at that. Oh, I had a defense material that whole time. Now Doom appears. Have you played Breath of Fire 3? I have not. The only Breath of Fire I played was the second one. But I did hear I mean, actually, I've heard that 3 and 4 are both good. I thought I liked you. Consider playing one day. Yeah, honestly, I probably will someday. Like, I am a Capcom fan in general. What server are you on? Affinia. Also, welcome! How you doing? I know backlogs can be kind of long. Yeah. Yeah, I have a bunch of games I need to play. I would maybe grind this shit. Well, I could help speed you along if you want to pop up on Affinia. Get you some very hard experience. Come on. Gosh darn it. Oh boy. Ah! Let's get the missiles while I switch weapons here. I haven't killed these guys the way they're supposed to be killed in a long time. I have a PSOBB server on my second PC. We used to play it like 6 of us. Oh, nice. Ooh. Holy, my health recovery is so fast. Because I'm below a certain health. Or is that just how fast it is now? Here, let's go, Vulcan. So I can shoot the thing in the middle. Oh shit. Shit. No! I'll get caught up in chat in a moment. Oh man, there was another one? Shit. Oh, the fucking thing is back. Oh shit. Just like, oh wait, I have atomite. No. Oh, the aiming! Hate it. Oh, got him. Derola is probably my second favorite, and Dark Falls, maybe ties. Dragon is my least favorite. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Vol Opt, but I think it's mostly because it's so easy. Oh, fuck off. Ooh. Bruh. It's usually easier when I have another person. This is the most annoying attack. Dragon is just boring, it's so easy to dodge. Yeah, that's true. It's very slow. Sorry. It's a very short fight. Say? Jesus. God, I love mags. So true. Guilty Light, nice. Well, I don't think I'm going to do the runes. It's gonna take forever. So, I think I am going to need... finish up. The Guilty Light that I'll never use. Are you playing KBM? Yes, I am. I plug my Switch Pro controller in the menus. Go insane. Yeah, how do I think oh, I don't have my controller plugged in right now. I could try playing with my Wacom tablet. I think we're gonna wrap things up. I was just debating if, because I'm likely gonna stream again later tonight. I was debating whether to just keep streaming or go on a BRB soon. I feel like I may as well raid somebody, just not be greedy with my views. So, let me just check my Twitch teams real quick. See what everybody's streaming. BRB, I'll get this set up already. Okami's streaming. I raid him a lot though. Let's see if I can raid somebody else. Reiko Macchiato, who is a firekeeper that I don't think I've ever met before. So that is the raid message. You can copy that and paste it once we raid into Reiko's channel. And if you are watching on YouTube, I stream every Monday. I've been streaming later I've been streaming this later on Mondays lately. But I will, for the foreseeable future, try to stream at some point every Monday. Otherwise... Thank you, Void. I had a good time. Thank you, me too. It's great chatting with you. And sorry, usually I have a shared chat since I'm streaming on multiple platforms, but I changed the way I'm doing my multi-streams a while back, and I haven't fixed my integrated chat since then, so... so it might... it could take me a while. But anyway...